I'm going to switch to edge mode, and then just check whether it is in a rounded shape or not. So I'm in now in bottom view and checking whether it is rounded or it is too it should not look like square or rectangle. So that's what we should take care. Now another thing is, if you see, this is like this can actually come have a different edge. Actually this can end up as different edge. So for that, for that case we can draw a new edge. I'll switch to a vertex mode. It will be easy for us to draw, locate and draw. So like this I am drawing, enter, and then I'll go to edge mode and then select this extra edge, press delete and then dissolve edges, right. So after adding only we have to delete whatever we want to delete. Now, now let's, if it is needed, we have to little take it upwards, right. Let's again check the how much circular it is. Um, I feel only this part is bit looking flat, and these parts and all we can adjust later also. So so I'll go to switch to vertex mode only, and then little rearrange the vertices, and let them have to some extent at least equal number of gaps between them. So I'll press GG and then move it to this. This vertex slide I'm using. So now if you see, to some extent at least it was bit like this actually. Now it has changed to like this. So even more we can actually do it. There is we can make it more rounder. Roundedness we can increase in, but still we will stop with this. Later if it needs we will increase the roundedness by doing the same kind of sliding and all, and then we'll have to change the butt shape and all. So we will do those things after uh, extruding the edges from the thighs, right. So, and some people also they try like this also, like they go to mesh and then transform to sphere and then uh, make it round like this, but it's not advisable, because if I make it round here, there is proper roundishness. If I do it now itself, I won't know the result to what it will become like when it becomes a solid. So in the edge form, let it be like more or less circle, not exactly circle. So now it is showing the green signal for us to uh, extrude it. So later we can adjust these edge flows and the mesh, the way it is flowing. We are going to adjust anyway. So now let's extrude it. Um, yeah. press E, and then escape, press G, and then Z, and then only thing when we are extruding it, we should make sure that we are not taking it too close to each other. That is, they should not meet. The mirror side should not meet. So that we should take care. Once I place it like this, now I have released. Once I release the leftmost button, then I don't have control. See, now again second time I cannot move it at all. That is, even if I move it, it comes like this. So the middle vertices becomes one actually. So we should avoid this stickiness. So for that we should maintain some gap between the mirrors and the other side. Right. So now let's bring it downwards and then press S and then uniformly scale it down and press G and then move it and keep it like this. Press S and then scale it. Now press G again. Right. So now till this place we have moved it and kept it. Let's go to, that is in the front view, we are feeling it is okay to this level. Whatever, how much ever vertices and edges we have, for that we are doing some justice. We are how much ever the shape, um, the kind of shape we can bring, that we have brought actually. Now this on the side view also it is okay. Right now we are going to make this last edge loop bit flat. Okay, so press S and then Z and then make it bit flat. 0. That is fully flat only. Now rotate it in the Y axis like this. Okay. So in the previous class or something, session 2 I think, I told you that this will be the angle here where the thighs emerge, yeah, thighs emerge, and just above the knee this will be the angle, but just below the knee the angle will be like this bit flat also, we can say, yeah, slightly it will be, because here if you see, here it will start like this and here it will be little lower like this, yeah, but still here little slightly opposite will be, but you can do like this also to not to complicate, no, as you said we can keep it like this only, because sometimes it may look this also correct, sometimes it may look this angle also correct. So in that case, not to complicate, what we can do is we can just have this as final angle. So this one is final. Okay. Right. So this, so all are same actually. All the same, like this, yeah, like this, like this, like this. Right. So let's run this. Right. Let's make it bigger. And press G and then X. Okay. It's the thighs are going to be bigger only. Press G and then Y little frontwards. Right. Now in the front view, I'm going to add some points. In between, there is in the thigh portion, I'm going to add. Before that, I want to extrude and keep it till here. Right. Press E and then keep it till here. Fine. Okay. Right. We can make it a little smaller. Then R, rotate it a bit, not so slanting. It will be bit only little slanting. Go to side view and check it. Press G and then slightly backwards. And then here also, this direction also we should rotate for both the edge rings or edge loops. So this one I am going to rotate it as um, like this, and this one rotate it as like this. So you can see the angles like this it's coming. In the front view they come look alike actually, but in the side view they are a bit opposite. Right. So these are the angles. We should, if we remember this, it will be nice. So these are the angles. Right. Now let's go to the in between edge loops. We are going to add at least 6 edge loops. We are going to add more than that also okay if you are able to manage. Uh, 6 edge loops and adding. Okay, fine. Now we have to adapt this front profile, this drawing profile. So now before doing that, I want to switch the proportional editing, pressing 0, that is pressing O in the keyboard, and then draw a rectangle and adapt the shape of the mesh to the front drawing profile. Press G and then X and then move it slowly. Actually, we have to switch on the proportion editing and then increase the influence area if it is less. Let's move and see it. Okay, we have to increase the influence area using the scroll mouse button. Okay, fine. G and then X. Okay, so these lines and all we'll have to arrange them and create equal gaps between the between every vertical edge loops or edges. So right, now let's go to the side view and then do the same adaptation and select them. This in the side view it is a bit difficult actually, so let's manually select them slowly without much hurry. Press G and then Y like this, then we can adjust it. Yeah, like this. Now we have to go again, then select them, try different selection in the same portion where we selected and moved it, and try to adapt them. So from here itself I am selecting the particular row. See, from the side itself I know, okay, when I select this vertex, the same edge line and the other side of the edge line vertex also I can select. uh, Pressing shift I can select. This shift and control I should select, so that the entire set of vertices will get selected. Now I can press G and then Y and try to adapt the shape. If it needs, we can increase or decrease the influence area. See, this is a line, edge line. From here to this vertex I am selecting, pressing shift and control. So from here to here, I'll press G and then Y again, and then slightly, okay, like this will keep. This is too bigger, so let's minimize the size. This previous, the above line of vertices also we should select and then move it backward. Okay. This also we should move it slightly backward. So let's check in the front view how it looks. Okay, somewhat okay, but this inner side also we should bring that curvature. Let's check in the side view. Then from here to this continuation we have to adapt. Now this is the side view. Select this line of vertices and just move it and see. Okay, this one is okay. Only the below things we have to make some curvature. Okay, it's coming like this. It's coming straight and then curvature. Okay. So this one I am choosing. Press G and then Y. Move it a bit inwards, and then click the next one. Go to side view and then press G, Y. Actually, in the below one also we can do. Right. Go to side view and move those three lines of vertices all together. Press G and then Y inside. It will increase uh, influence area of the proportionality. Keep like this. Okay. Now deselect the upper one and move it slightly backward. Right. Select only the lower one and press G and then move it little bit inward. I think this one we can move it backward. Yeah. So more it becomes curvature, more it is non-descriptive, and we cannot uh, that is we cannot plot it uh, exactly like step by step like that. So we'll have to little um, we have to remove the bends. It is more of tinkering. That is removing the bends, removing the dents and all, rather than uh, creating the shape. So more of support tools are involved. So not than creation tools. So here it's like uh, uh, so step by step modeling here we cannot apply. We have to go through uh, changing the vertices, the way it flows and all, seeing it all in perspective, and then again select them and move it this side and see like the trial and error basis we have to do it. Um, let's go to front view and then check the inside of it. Inside is flat as we discussed earlier. So we have to first distribute the edges um, equally. They should have equal gaps to the maximum. How much ever it is possible, we have to try to implement that. So let me go to edge mode and then select the edges, press double G. Here, okay, here actually double edges are there. Let's remove one edge actually. Double edges are there. So I'm removing one edge loop. Press delete and then dissolve edges. Right. Whenever it shows up like this, we need not worry. Press A and then select all. Right click. Um, that is Alt N. Go to normals and then reset vectors. Then it will disappear. So we have this option called, when you press Alt N, you will see this reset vectors. Once you do that, uh, when the faces are not looking, that is not interacting with the light properly, every face will have two triangles. So when those triangles are not showing up properly, interacting with the light properly, then we have to apply this vector, normals vector, all 10, reset vector, we should apply, and it will be okay. Right. So now we are going to distribute the edges equally, vertical edges. So let me deselect everything and then press, it's in the edge mode only. Select this one, which is having two ununiform uh, gaps. So let's balance this first. Okay, still there are double edges, it seems. Okay. Set it. Okay, now it's okay. Press G and then move it. So inside we can have only some 3 or 4 edge lines. More than that we don't need. If we do that, if we are able to do that, then this will become rounded. So for that what we have to do, all these lines should be as much as possible distributed to front, at least till this portion. So let's do that. Let's select this and then a little more, slide it rightwards. This also select and then press GG and then move it rightwards. Yeah. So now this guy can go to this side. If we are doing that, here you don't have to worry about this. These things we are going to balance it. But if we do this distribution, we don't have to add many points. That is to create more, have more uh, edge lines here. We need not add new lines. Rather, we can use these lines only. Uh, because those lines here were needed for making this breast extra long. But here it's not much needed actually. So there is in this place it doesn't need. So we are trying to distribute where it is really needed. So that's what we are doing. So back side also we have to do the distribution. Right. So these things you don't worry, because here we are going to create the shape. We'll change the portions, but yeah. So distribution is important. Now you can see, for some extent, to some extent, we have done this distribution. Equal spaces are there between the edge lines. Right. Yeah. So this one also we have to do. So now this guy will go inside. Do this slightly. This guy also will go slightly inside. Now let's correct the shape by moving that is sliding the vertices, the edges. balances. It not be these vertices are like two leftwards and these vertices are like two rightwards. So let's balance them. Right. So now side also we have to do the same thing. This place. Right side is finished. Now let's um, look at the back. Okay, front also we can do a little. Right. So now you can see somewhat okay. The mesh flow is somewhat okay. Um, we have to zoom and do then it will come all nice. Yeah. Now let's go to side. Yeah. These places we have to correct. This extra vertices is not needed, so or we can create a new edge line. press G and then make it closer only. So let's adding before adding any uh, edge loop here, we will first adjust these areas. Because we are doing step by step, uh, first we are extruding and then distribute the lines. Before extruding, what we did is we were checking whether it is too squarey or rectangle. That is, it should not be squarey or rectangle. If it is little closer to circle, then it's okay. We feel it's a green signal, then we are selecting those edges and extruding it, keeping it till the knee level. Then uh, then what we are doing is distribute the vertices, edge lines, and trying to create the equal amount of spaces between the edge lines. Then uh, we are seeing any additional edges are needed. I feel it's not needed now. Maybe later we can do that if it needs really. So for now we'll try to bring the shape uh, with whatever vertices available. Uh, right. Now you see here it has gone inside. So this place should come like this actually. Then it comes like this and slightly it may cave in and then again it may start like this. But it won't come inside too much and then come. So only this is right and this is wrong. So this much we need. Right, so let's try to create that. So basically what we are trying is in front and in the side, in the back. Whether do we see the curvature of the thighs, how the thigh will look in the front side and then in the back side. So that curvature we should try to give. Then we can go for the actual shapes. That is, here it will be little, the muscles will hang here. That is only in this portion, and this portion will be little caved in. It won't be so. It won't be fat here actually. It will slightly caved in, and here there will be a bend, and here there will be a slight curvature. Here this place is okay. Like that, many nuances are there. Those nuances we can get into working only after correcting or adapting the front profile, side profile, and the back profile. So, and then also simultaneously creating equal spaces between the edges as much as possible. Right. Now, okay, it is bit, it's not straight. Let's try to make it straight to some extent. Go to edge mode and then select these edge lines, these group of edges, and then let's switch on the normal. Let's see if uh, suitable um, axle we are able to see. Press yes and then X and then yeah, it is, we're getting it. We're able to make it bit straighter. This is enough, not, should not be too straight. So slightly straight is okay. Right now, let's move it a bit here. Uh, this one also we can do the same thing. Press S and then X and then rotate also. R, Y, sorry, R, Z, yeah, R, Z, yeah, okay, right. So let's now start from this place. That is, this dent is not suitable. So that is should not have this much dent here. So let's change this one. Press yes and then try to scale it, but with proportional editing on. G and then scale it. Okay, scale it only in the y-axis. Let's increase this influence area and then try it. So you can see the function how it is. So I think influence area little we can have, not much. Yeah, not more than the size of the edge loop we have selected. If it goes too much, then uh, it's not suitable. The same depth we are seeing. So this one is okay. Still make it bigger. Yes. Right. Now these things actually in sculpt itself we can do. Uh, but let's prefer doing it using the vertices only, because in sculpt we don't have the flow of mesh, the control over the flow of mesh. So that is the reason we are not using frequently the sculpt. So once we apply the multi-resolution, then we can use the sculpt. It is safe because it's going to affect the multi-res, not the actual base mesh. So let's do the base mesh using the um, components tool only. So let's make again the mesh flow correction like this. So the front is somewhat okay. We can go in the back, and this one we can bring it a little closer to the middle portion, the back portion into the middle. So let's bring this vertex closer like this, and then move it upwards also. Bring it closer in the side, in the this closer to the middle, and this also closer. This also slightly. This one moving backwards. Right. Now, if you see, the bum is not bigger, so I have to make it bigger. We can select particular faces which will create that effect. So this one and this one, and yeah, I think these two faces we are going to move, and then we'll have to move these edges also. Let's move the faces. Okay, we actually changed it to normal. Let's change back to local, and let the proportion editing be on. Right. So now here also we should move it. Before that, we have to move this edge loop bit above. Go to edge mode and then move it above. Let's move this downwards. So let's try other faces also to bring the bump shape. So I actually tried to bring a bit circular bump, but I think we need more vertices for that. Okay, so here let's stop. We will later work on the bump. Now let's go for changing these portions. Let's save this. Save it as incremental. Right. So let's make these portions bit rounded. This there is till now we were working on front, side, and then back. Now we are going to work on the cross, like there is um, between x and y, and between like that, between x and y plus, between x and y minus, all that we are moving. Right. So I have selected this one, and I'm going to press. There is a switch on the proportion editing, and then um, little bring it inwards, increase influence area if it is needed, slightly inwards. Right. Fine. Now this place we have to see here actually a bit bulge will be there. So let's make it bulge, but we should do it carefully. And this one we have to bring it inside. So this one also we should move it inside, or and then it is we have to rotate it. Rotation one. So rotation it's okay. Let's move it only. Rotation is not working. So this dent we have brought, and here we need a slight bulging, but before that, this here also we need the continuity of that uh, dent. Slightly we have to bring it inwards, and then this one can slightly come outside, slightly, and go to H mode, and then press G, X, and then take it inside. Right. So like this small curvature we should bring. That's what we have done. Let's adjust this one. So actually we can add one more edge loop here in the neck. Okay, we'll do that, but later we'll do. slightly bring it on this side. So now you can see it is slightly, it's not completely sideways, it's not front also. So this cross is between y and x. We have to do this, bring this area little, um, it will, in this angle we have to bring it forward like this. Right. Now here also we can bring slightly, but for ladies it will be like this one, this bend will be like this. Only for gents here, uh, this portion will come like this and all, like this will come, and like this will come, and those cuts will be there like that. So for ladies it will be more rounded, and so let's make the lower part, lower leg now. Because we have changed the distribution of mesh flow, we can delete this actually. Go to face mode and then delete. It will be easier. It's also, from this we are going to extrude it, and it will take time. So we are deleting it, and we are extruding from the updated edge. In edge mode, I am selecting it. Let's go to side view and then check it. Okay, fine. Let's go to front view and then extrude, and then scale it down with this, press G and then keep it like this. We'll go to side view and then rotate it a bit like this. Like this slightly. Press G and then move it. Press yes. And then Y I am scaling. That is, this words I am scaling slightly. In front, we are keeping this x-axis limited only. With the side view, we have to scale it. Right. Now we are going to add some points later here in this portion. It is in this portion to create the knee socket. All that. For now, we will leave this. We are going to bring the overall shape of this lower leg. That is from here to here. This part only. Right. Extrude. Bring it like this. Scale it down. Move it and keep it like this. If you have any doubt while modeling, you can just get up from your chair and then look at your thighs and legs, your feet, all that, and then get clarified with the doubt, because here there are no new tools to be used to bring every different shape. same tools we'll be using in a different way. That's all. So now let's go to side view and align this. Right. In the side view we have to scale it S, Y and then scale it up. Right. Press G and then move it and adapt the shape. I think maybe a little downwards we can move. Right. So now um, let this angle be same. That is here this angle okay, no problem, is okay. Let's go to side view and check. Let's go to side view and the side view the angle can be this way actually. So let's make it. So rotate in the y-axis, sorry, x-axis, and slightly, not much. Now we are going to make the lower leg, that is this portion, little bigger, adapting the shape to the drawing profile. So how many points we can add? Here we added 6 edge loops. So here 6 edge loops we added. So here leave these edge loops. This is for knee alone. Here in between these edge loops we are going to add anyway for the knee socket along later. But this one is 6 edge loops and here 6 edge loops. Right. So here let's add 6 edge loops. Control R, edge loops, double click and then let's adapt this shape. Press S, uniform scale, and select the next one. Then try to move it. Press S again. Try to move it. Like this. So like this we have brought it. So let's go to side view. We didn't still adapt it. In the front view itself we still have to work. So much work is there. But before that let's go to side view. Here see, it's a bad shape. Let's fix it. Go to okay, we'll do one thing. It's a roundabout way. So let's go back and then right. With the blade. That is I've undone it and made it straight back to straight because I feel it becomes a double work when I use uniform scale for all edge rings or edge loops. So I'm going to do uh, x-axis scaling so that the back side will remain straight, because only this portion here will become bulge. This front portion of the lower leg will be straight only from the side view. So if I do uniform scaling, the entire thing is scaling like this. So actually when I do, actually I don't use uniform scaling, but here I forgot, sorry. So let's do the x-axis scaling. Press yes and then X and then scale it. For everything I have switched on the proportion editing uh, because it may not be uh, let in whatever transformation we are applying, there is movement or scaling or rotation, let it affect the adjacent areas vertices also to some extent. So minimal influence, let it be on. Right. So next edge loop also I am selecting and scaling in X. This press G and then move it. So I am pressing S and then X, scaling in X-axis only in the front view. So let's go to side view. Here can bulge only the back side of the lower leg. Press G and then Y. Do it like this. Now we have to increase the influence area a bit more. Right. Press G and then Y. This one also I am tempted to adjust. So this knee starting portion, this knee cap, knee socket starting portion, I'm just adjusting a bit. G and then Y slightly like this. Okay. Right. And now we can see this continuity of mesh flow like this, it's coming. I think this bulging is not enough. So let's go and bulge it more. Since we have got this curvature, we can just move a bit backwards altogether. All the four line of edges I'm selecting, then moving all together like this. And again, I'm deselecting the top one and the end set of vertices, and then remaining I'm again using for bulging, more bulging. Right, I'm feel this is okay. Okay, if you want to reduce, you reduce, slightly reduce. Right, so like this. Um, Now let's go back to, we'll come back to the lower right, but before that, let's go back to this part. It is this part. This part, if you see, it has to bit go inside with this part. So let's do that work. Let's go to face mode, and then see, I'm selecting only these faces, or these faces also we can select. These three faces, and then uh, slightly I'm going to bring it inwards, that is downwards from the view you are seeing, you are looking at downwards and bringing. Press G and then like this and bring it. It is becoming more flat, so not this much. I have undone it. Now press G, slightly bring it inwards, slightly. That's all. Now only select the middle face and then again bring it like this. Right. With the influence on, with the proportion editing on. Right. Fine. Now this place actually should be bulge. That is from this place also slightly bulge. So again I'm selecting these places. Uh, influence area is too big. Slightly I have have bulged it. Now I'll go to H mode and then select only the middle of those four faces selected and move it a bit like this. Increase the influence area. Yes. This is also a bit you can bring it from the sidewards like this. Yeah, you can see that why I am doing it. You can see the shape we are getting it. See, like this it's coming and like this it's coming. So for this shape only, yeah. So for, sorry, for this shape only, we are just trying to work. So it is not only front side and then back, it is also these between x and y and x. It is minus, plus, all that including. So those places. Now let's see if there is anything more we can do about it. I'm a bit worried about the buttocks part only. It is not like that. This bun shape we should get for ladies actually. So let me try. Okay. So let's check the side. Here also we can do something if we select these vertices. As you can see that it is from here to here, and then go to side view, then press G while forward. So can be kept inside. So now let's focus on the lower leg part only. So this lower leg part, if you see, it is looking a bit, this area is flat. This area is flat. So let's make it a bit sharp. This side, it can be like this, okay. That is, this side is okay. We have to bring take these faces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 backwards, but these guys should really go backwards. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. These faces should really go backwards. So let's do that work. I'm using the edge side only. Right. This one also I will slightly take it backwards. Oh, here it has become zigzag. Let's undo it. I think we have to do it slowly only. The edges, every line of edges we have to select and move backwards. So these guys I told that you should go backwards, and front guy should also project himself forward. So let's bring him forward. So now here also we should bring this roundedness. This place also we should bring the roundedness to some extent. And this side also. Let's do that. Face mode. And okay. This edge also we have to bring it outwards. So this we have made little roundish. Uh, this one we can make it little inward so that it become more rounded. Yeah. So this one. Now this portion also we have to do the same thing. That is, this backward portion should be like this. It should come. There is this portion I'm talking about. So it should be almost like this. So that's what we are going to do, but using the edges this time. This proportion editing reduces our work nicely actually. It helps us. So I'm using this. Let me call this proportion editing in short form. PE project. So this PE is very useful. So anywhere we can use it. In this portion also we should bring it towards the middle. This. So now we have got this little rounded shape. Maybe this one we can take it forward like this. So these are like small things. When you are doing, you will know that. Okay, that is only thing we have to try to see in every angle again and again, so that we can find out those small bulges um, supposed to be there in between areas, that is between x and y, um, plus x and y and minus x and y, like that. So for that we have to keep looking at it like this in the perspective, and then bring those shapes. So intuitively we all know the human body shape. That's why we actually we say that this girl is good, or any opposite sex will say this guy is good, looking nice. Then compared to that guy, like that, they even girls say that because inherently they know uh, this shape is good, this shape is better than that shape. If they have that ideas. So when you're doing, you will know it. Only thing, this framework, the basic framework is bit difficult. Then it will be easy for you. So that is where people get stuck. Yeah. So it's not a big deal actually. So here and all we feel little it has gone in inside. So let's rectify it. And this one little make it inside. So now somewhat this front portion, this also we can little bring it forward from here to here slightly, very slightly. So I'm keeping the model like this, and then press G and then move it like this. Okay, right. So we okay. Let's go to vertex and then press G and then Y. After again doing the same thing after undoing it, what I did before. Now this top vertex, this knee vertex also I want to bring in alignment. It should not cave, should not have true dent. So let's bring them and level it. G and then Y, bringing it forward. This also bringing it forward. So feel like these places slightly can be wider in front view. So we can do it. Press yes and then it's slightly this also slightly. Now we are going to focus on the knee part. Let's see in the drawing. See, like this it's coming, and within this we have to add some points and make this kneecap in socket length shape. Let's add some only two edge loops. That is enough. But for this, when we compare to this size of the, that is distance between this edge and this edge, there are only four in between edge loops are there. But here, with small spaces, we have two edge loops within this very small range of distance. That is because the shape of the knee is like that, because it is having uh, higher level bump, or we can call it ridge also. So it is like steep bump is we are going to form. So we need between the short range of distance we need two edge loops. So let's move it upwards like this. This also move it downwards. Okay. Now this one and this one. Okay, first select this one and then move it like this. This one also, this side also. This and this slightly. This one should be more given more space like this. But okay, this one we will do that. Now in the front view we have made it like this. Okay, let's go to bottom view. Okay, bottom view is not visible. So let's go to perspective and try to see the bottom. Okay, so these guys I can bring a bit forward. It is like this. So slightly, not much. Then again adjust and bring it closer a bit to this, like this. Now this slanting also we have to adjust. Go to vertex and then bring this guy like this. Both of them side and this guy like this. So this guy. We are basically leveling it. So slightly, it should not be so sudden turning or ridging should not be there. So let's make it gradient. Now what we are doing is about mesh flow. It's not, we are not trying to, we have brought the shape, but we are now what we are doing is mesh flow. So these two works, two types of work will keep on doing while doing the modeling. That is, one is we will try to bring the shape again, distribute the edges, vertices, and try to create the equal spaces, and then again next shape we will try to bring, and in that also that is extrusion we will do, and then again we will distribute the spaces and create some, and there is move the faces or vertices, move the components and make the shape. So these two or three kinds, that is extrude and shaping and then distribution of components. So this will distribution of components in the sense we'll try to keep maintaining the mesh flow. We should have almost equal number of spaces between the edges. So these are the three kind of works we will continuously be doing. Now this edge also I am selecting upper edge and then press GG and then moving it slightly up. And then I want to rotate it also. So I'm going to press R and then uh, press Y and rotate it slightly like this. It should not be so slanting like the upper one. This slanting, but this guy may not be the same like this guy. So rotating and making it a bit slightly flat. So this guy can also become slightly like this. So here also we should do, but we should be careful that this guy is not affected. This shape, this shape is not affected. So for that what we have to, for that what we have to do is we have to add one guy there for safety. So then I will, that is I am holding the shape. Whenever you want to hold some shape, you can add one edge loop or vertex or a small a line of edges, and then you can change it on that. So like that only I am also doing. This one I have added and this one I am going to manipulate. This and then press GG and then move downwards. Now this guy also coolly rotate and become slightly flat and move it downwards, and also it can become slightly scaled down also. Down. This guy can become slightly widen like this. And now if you feel like this still knee can be worked on, yes, we will work on it. Like this, whatever text if it is needed, like this. Because knee is like a rounded shape, like eyelids or anything, so we have to create almost like similar to that. Now don't not worry that this place is empty, that is there are no what is this edge loops. We are going to add it, but only after correcting these two edge loops. Right. So here, if you see, there will be a cut in the back of the leg. In this portion especially, it will come like this. Here the flesh meat slightly, it won't be like what I am saying. This kind of one fold, the inner fold should be there, slightly, not to this extent. So that we are going to, for that we are going to facilitate the mesh flow. So how we are going to select these, that is from here to here, from here to here we are selected in the backwards, if it is not needed. Only this also we can select it, right. So you can see from here to here they are selected. You can see that this portion. Now I am going to bring it down like this, and this guy also I am going to make it up. It is selecting only the back half. Now press GG and then press each slide and then slide it like this. Now we have to make it gradual, gradient. This also have can have little more gap. So let's select all of them and slightly upwards. Yeah. So like this. Now actually we can um, make this guy from the side. We actually front we were working, and then bottom. Now we can work on the sides. Let's go to side, and then if I put it here, it'll be okay, but it'll look too bigger. So let's go to sidewards and make this guy a bit straight. Hmm? Press yes and then Y like this slightly, and then rotate it also in the x-axis like this. Now press G and then y-axis slightly move it. That's it. Now we can adjust again in the bottom. Go to H mode. Do this slightly move it backwards on the bottom view. Right. So when the mesh flow is like this, no, we can easily that is we can add more lines and then texture. We can do the texture. So, right. Now actually this top edges will be little protruding. So only select them and then press G and then like this. Like this. So we have drawn the kneecap. Now the back side also we should not ignore it. So let's make a small dent but not before affecting these things. Here we have to make a small dent. Maybe we can just try, because I want to do that only after adding the middle edges. Still, let's try. Press G and then Y axis like this slightly. Let's see how it is. Okay, that cut we are not getting, so let's add points and then do it. Before that, let's save the file. Save incremental. Now let's go to report and then Control R. 2. One is also okay. I'm adding 2. Okay. Now edge mode. And then press this and then make it a bit flat. Switch on the proportional editing PE. And then press Z. And slightly make it flat. And then press G and slightly upwards. So flatter and then bring it slightly downwards. Right. Now these guys we can actually make it inside. Okay. So this is too prominent, so we can actually reduce it. Right. So this one can have a little bunch. This go to front view till wider like this, so that it will look like slightly rounded shape. If you are still interested in bringing little more rounded shape, then you can work on these vertices also. Like this. This place little slightly when I scale it, you see what is happening. This light I wanted is like a little flesh, as if it is uh, slightly over flesh. It is like hanging in the weight. Right now, um, let's go to side view and this guy can actually go inside. This guy can go inside like this. Press portion editing on, press G and then increase the, and then take it inside. Slightly take it inside and top one you deselect and then this. Now next is this guy also, slightly that gradient we have to put, because this guy we have brought inside like this. There's we have brought inside like this. So this guy also little go inside like this side. Huh? So let's do that. Slightly I have rotated it. We are doing it and know it while rotating. So we are just checking the shapes from the bottom and so here we have got this shape like this it will be, and here this dent will be there that we have got. So this dent little caved in this portion is caving, and this portion like this. So we have got those portions done. Right. Now let's see here if there is anything we can do. So let's check from all angles now again. So if you see this portion, this portion is now looking like this. This end of this lower leg portion, this way. Actually, we can make it slightly circular because only here, uh, this kind of it is from here to here, here to here. It's okay. Beyond that, little slightly we can change it. So let's change it. How to circular? So I'm going to mesh transform. We use a shortcut Shift Alt S. Slightly. You see? keep on this slightly roundish. So that now it becomes ready for uh, a new shape creation. Slightly adjust this one also accordingly. Right now, I feel like a little somewhere we can work on this bum area. Okay, maybe later we can using the skull to do it. And this area also, there is this inside area, and connecting these points here. Yes, we have these edges stopping here, so we can continue this guy. We have to see what role he will be playing, if he is going to continue here, here, and then here and all, if he is going to continue, how he is going to adapt. We have to see that. So, that's it. This place little can come inside slightly. I will increase influence area also a bit. So that when we see that, we will near the bum we get this one, this correct, this flow is correct. And below that it's becoming little tapered. It's not so bulgy like this. This portion has become down. This portion down. Here this portion up. So that we should see from the bottom only. These things actually, when we keep on seeing it from all angles, uh, we'll get it. We'll be able to move this. Only thing, even if it is going to take time, it's okay. But let's let it not take more vertices, more components. Because once we add uh, and using that edge loop, we will make some shape. Then, if it is like when we feel it too much, too many edge loops are there in some short range of distance, then we'll want to delete it, but it's not possible. So that's when we have to do this distribution. Distribution, when we do that, we need not add a new point here. So already existing points we'll be using after distributing, uh, so that we need not add new line of edges, edge loops, all that. So those things we should take care. Once you know why we are doing certain things and why we are not doing it, then it will be easy for you, not making mistakes. And with whatever components we have, we will be able to make the shapes. this dent actually we can do, but with less number of vertices, I'm I'm resisting myself to do it, because if I do this, the once I add subdivision, there is multi-resolution and all, it will be more sharper. These edges, these dents will be sharper. So here let it be rounded. Once I add multi-resolution, it will reduce the roundedness. It will create more sharpness. Wherever there is a small turning, the, the multi-resolution will make it a bit constricted turning. It won't make it more gradient, because more numbers are added, so that it will look little like cut, as if it is taking this sudden flow of mesh, huh? Sudden change in the flow of mesh, like that it will look. So I don't want to do this bend here, nor this one. Like this I don't want to do. Once I increase the resolution, in sculpting I can do it. For now let it be this, the gradient effect be there. Uh, but, maybe these things we can slightly change. Right. Okay. So um, we will the feed part we'll do in the next session. You can tell me when we can do the next session. So ah okay ah you have to practice. No, yeah, I understand. Yes, no problem. Saturday, Sunday, okay. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, there is Friday, or Friday you are saying. Saturday, Sunday is fine for me. Yeah. You can. That is, I want you to have no commitments. Like if it is Friday, Saturday also is okay, because tomorrow is working day for you. No, Monday is working day for you. So you will have to go for what time your office starts.